into the headline.
We already know it.
I
just got here, fellas.
Stick
around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
All right, gang, this show is sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. A lot of us spend our lives wishing we had more time. The question is, time for what? If time is unlimited, how would you guys use it? And the best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you and make that a priority. Therapy can help you find out what matters to you so you can do more of it.
Learn to make more time for what matters and makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/DPT today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DPT.
Hey, Townies, did you know that nearly 75% of people have subscriptions that they've forgotten about? Mm-hmm. Before we started using Rocket Money, we thought, look, I don't know, maybe we had 5, 6, 7 subscriptions in our lives. Couldn't believe it when it was so many more. How many more was it, Rand? It was actually I had about 13 subscriptions that I was not using, and Rocket Money just cleaned up all that for me. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was paying for these things, didn't need to be, between streaming services, fitness apps, delivery services. It's never ending. Thanks to Rocket Money, we are no longer wasting money on the ones that we forgot about.
So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/DPT. That's rocketmoney.com/DPT, rocketmoney.com/DPT.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population Griffin.
Yes.
Kathy Griffin, you are with us, and I'm so happy to see you.
Dumber than ever.
Is a friend of Scott Disick.
No, he's not a friend of Scott.
Mason Disick. He's a friend of Mason Disick.
So my son came home the other day. And I won't cross the Mason Disick line.
You shouldn't.
I
It's
should
dangerous.
never. My son's like, I was at a party with Mason Disick. I was like, what party does that mean? He's like, he had a giant mansion. He's like, he knows me. And I'm like, he doesn't know you.
Wow.
He does not know you.
Can you imagine what the budget was for that party?
Like major budget.
Like $1 million. Not even kidding.
Can you imagine the hair and makeup?
Why?
The hair and makeup budget alone.
Thousands.
Was it for the kid?
The vape budget alone on this party.
Oh
Like
my
a
God.
strawberry vape budget.
Kid's birthday party.
Hey, you guys,
Kids
I
party,
lost
just
my
hang it.
water.
Oh, we'll
grab you a water.
We'll get you a water. It's right over there. Jay will get it for you. Jay, go get it. It's right on the table.
Did I leave it there? I'm sorry.
Jay's going to get it for you.
I'm
It's
one of
fine.
the dumb people. I
Don't
admit it.
spill,
Oh, well,
don't
so are
spill
we.
it on our bag here.
Don't hurt the Givenchy bag.
Givenchy bag.
Next to my Dolce & Gabbana coat.
God bless you.
Well,
Listen, Kathy, this is my question to you, and
Yes.
this is because it's been a while since we've hung, but I'm just saying, has the world gotten dumber, or are we just more privy to the dumb that exists? Or is it louder?
the world is so much dumber, and I'll tell you why. Because people now are proud of it.
Yes. Dumber's gotten louder, or dumber's gotten prouder?
They've gotten louder and prouder, and there's a lot of like, I don't read. But with that attitude, like, why would I read?
Why would I read?
That's
Why would I read? Badge of honor. I don't read.
Right. And then, of course, the homeschooling doesn't help.
Homeschooling does not help because you don't have access. Like, curriculum is not a bad thing to have access. I think 1 in 10 get it right. And then there's a bunch of people who are like, it's
my parents, God love them, enjoyed the drink. I
can't even imagine your mom and dad.
My parents even getting past like history, much less like science.
Or just what version of history would be. Like, you want to know about your uncle?
Drunk history.
Do you want to know about what your uncle did to this family? Like, is this going to be on the test?
Part of the.
I do have an uncle, by the way, even though we're Irish and I'm a bit of what you call a fallen Catholic, but I had one uncle for some reason who hated the Kennedys so much. He sent us a photograph in the days of photographs of himself pissing on the eternal flame.
Oh my Lord.
Blasphemy.
Uncle who?
Uncle Morris.
Uncle Morris.
May he rest in not a little piece. Not a ton of piece.
But not all of it.
May have an uncomfortable
That is a lot of anger.
I mean, pissing on the eternal flame and then sending it to the Irish Catholic Griffins?
Let me just say this. That's not only an affront to the eternal flame, it's an affront to Susanna Hoffs, who sang the song Eternal Flame.
Thank you.
And everyone around there. All right, so
Jay, you got our story?
Here's the deal, Kathy. Ask not what you could pee on. All right, so Kathy, here's the deal. Our fans, who are amazing, send us in the craziest news stories that exist out in the world. We have 3 of them today that we're going to break down with you, and we'll talk about how try and understand why people do dumb things. Jay, who's the first one?
All right, well, hold on. Do I get to plug the tour for one goddamn
We'll do it at the top of the second segment,
Okay,
too.
don't
Reese
scream
in
at
your
me.
ear.
I'm in an atmospheric river.
Okay. You are.
We all are.
All right. This is sent in.
I'm in a depression creep.
Okay.
Hi. Totally my type.
That's right, huh? There we go.
Sent in by Adam Polton at Polsky75. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. 77-year-old woman gets married to herself.
Hey, if you can't love with the one you're with, love the one
This
you're with.
is a hot trend.
Is
I'm
it a
telling
thing,
you.
right?
People
All
getting
right,
married to themselves.
I'm 63, just filed for divorce 2 months
I
ago.
heard about that. I'm
Heartbroken.
sorry.
Sorry.
So very happy to be here. Not even kidding.
So
I'm
happy to have
happy
you.
to be here.
Yes.
I'm happy
You're
to
out
be with
doing
straight
stuff.
guys I don't want to shoot.
Thank you.
So
And I
far,
mean
so
that
far, so far, so
metaphorically.
far.
Well,
We'll
you're
get
on
there.
the bubble, Daniel.
We'll get there, Daniel.
You're on
We'll
the
get
bubble.
Daniel. You'll get there.
But there's this trend, like, for example, if you've heard of the giant 90s supermodel Linda Evangelista.
Sure I have.
She famously said
I'm gonna marry
at her
myself.
age, she didn't quite say marry herself, but she said, I'm done with romance. I'm done with dudes. And when I'm in bed, I don't even want to hear a man breathing.
That's
Thank you.
unbelievable. So
I
she'll
get
sleep next
that.
to a dead man.
Well,
I mean,
make
look,
me an offer.
you know why?
I
Because she
don't-
wants a
I don't
freedom.
And Jane Fonda.
Yes.
If I never meet another guy again,
Amen.
I'm fine. Kristen Johnston from Third Rock
Yes,
and Mom
son.
and Righteous Gemstones. I'm so happy with myself. See, you don't say lonely anymore.
You say
go, I'm happy
happy
with
with myself.
myself.
So much so that you'll marry yourself.
So this is it. I
But
don't
I
want to
like
quote.
when-
I don't want to quote Woody Allen, but he said, "Don't knock masturbation. It's sex with someone I love."
Right,
Okay.
right.
All right. This might be the most feel-good story in the history of Dumb People Town.
Yeah.
It's just pretty
Whoa.
much. All right. When Dorothy Dottie Fideli walked down the aisle.
Hold on.
Can you
You're gonna
divorce-
skip over that?
Can Dorothy?
Dottie Fideli.
Dorothy Dottie Fideli.
Is she Dottie to just us or all of her
to
good
everybody.
friends?
I think
Because I'm
she's-
not going to call her Dorothy. She's Dottie
She's
to me.
Dottie from
Yeah.
here on out.
Yeah.
Dottie Fideli?
Dottie
Yep.
Fideli. She got
And
married.
that's a full name person. Oh my gosh, did you hear about what happened to Dottie?
Dottie
Fideli.
Fideli. You can't just say Dottie.
No, no,
I'll be
no.
like, do you hear what happened to Dot? Who?
Or like
Dottie
Dottie Fideli's here.
Or
Or
like-
she walks in. Dottie Fideli's here.
Yes,
Come
her
on in.
and other way too. Like we're in the kitchen and like
Right.
I'm cleaning the glasses and you're cutting the
you hear what
charcuterie,
did-
and they're like, "Oh, Dottie Fideli's here."
Yeah.
like it's always
And
full.
then after we're washing the dishes, and I say to Kathy as she's drying, "Did you hear what Dottie Fideli said?"
And
Yeah.
I say, I just thank God Dottie Fideli made her famous stuffing. Because that was delicious.
She puts
And she feels-
real chunks of fake celery in
For
it.
the
Yep.
first time in years, I thought, I think Dottie Fideli's happy again.
It's a Fideli family secret that she finally let slip.
She lets the stuff. All right. So she walked down the aisle this past weekend. She celebrated her love for someone who has been there for her through thick and thin, herself.
But what if you say, "Are you?
for
Can
her.
you be on the groom side or the whose side of the aisle are you on?"
no aisle. There's no aisle, dude. There's no aisle.
Or is it a
Straight
very
shot.
narrow aisle just for Dottie Fideli?
Maybe
Yes.
she walks in from the back.
Right. Why not?
Why not?
Because no one can stop her.
No.
No, there's no Mr. Fideli screwing up her day.
It literally is her day.
Yeah.
It's her day.
And her day alone, or rather with herself.
It's also her
She
day.
is the physical manifestation of a Lizzo song.
That's right.
Yep.
God bless her.
It's
It's Dottie Fideli's day, and it's
about
Dottie
time.
Fideli's
Dottie
day.
Fideli
It's
also.
about damn
Dottie
time.
Fideli
About damn
also
time.
sounds like a very cool rapper that I am not aware of.
Or a very
you heard the new
delicious
Dottie
cannoli
Fideli?
shop.
Right. And Dottie.
We got to go to Dottie Fideli's after we pick up bagels.
Oh my God, I love their
because
food.
They're so
right.
good. It's
Yeah.
on the south side of Boston. So she's a resident of the O'Bannon Terrace Retirement Community in Goshen, Ohio, Rand. So Goshen, Ohio. We know it. It's near Canton, Ohio. Where
First
we
of all, one of us must have played there.
yes. Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure you
I have not. I did.
You did the Goshen Art
I did
Center.
Columbus
I
and
probably did the Goshen Fest.
Cincinnati on my
Yep.
latest run, but I,
I mean,
don't
it's
think I did.
close. It's got to be.
She married herself on May 13th in an emotional and symbolic ceremony surrounded by neighbors, friends, and family.
I love
Can I stop you?
Yes.
Does it say who was emotional?
Well,
she
no,
probably
but
was
we can
emotional.
guess.
I'm sure everybody cried a little
What do you
bit.
think?
I think it would be a combination. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
If it were me,
Yeah.
I might giggle.
A
Yes.
little bit.
Just because of the novelty.
gotta be
I'm
joy.
I'm not talking smack about Dottie Fideli or any of the Fidelities.
No.
There would be a
Fidelities.
moment where you would touch your thing and be like, "Did I bring the ring?"
Right.
You know,
Who's got the ring? That joke? Okay.
And I can't believe that Dottie Fideli wouldn't have like a cute dog bring the ring.
Oh, that's true.
I feel
I'm
like
sure
that's
she does.
Yes.
somebody should have thought of that.
You could have Caitlyn Jenner be both your best man and one.
I'm not speaking to her.
Okay.
God damn it.
I don't care for her politics, and I don't care that she lives in my neighborhood, and I fear running into her at the grocery store.
I'd fear if she rolled up behind me in a car.
I
kidding.
think Dottie Fidelity, going off the dog thing,
I like we're calling her Fidelity now.
Dottie Fidelity
Mutual.
Investment.
They're a fiduciary. They only make investments on our.
Mama Fratelli, Dottie Fratelli. I feel like if she does have a dog, it's like Pooch's 3. Like she keeps naming the dog the same name when she gets
getting
a new
the same
one.
dog.
Yes.
You didn't do that.
Now,
You had
do
great
we know
dogs.
if I have 4 dogs,
Wait.
and sometimes I even bring them on tour with me.
Whoa.
That's how bad I am.
How do you do that?
Just to feel like what it's like to be in a
private.
band.
Fly private.
Yeah, fly private. That's how you do it.
But also, that's like being in a band.
I'm in a band
Where
your
you are.
dogs.
I'm the lead singer, and then 4 dogs are my backup.
It's like you.
and
It's
I've
like,
never had love like that in my life.
That's right.
They know
They don't ask dumb
You don't
questions.
care
And
if
they're all in the
bed.
bed, and I love it.
I love it.
That's wonderful.
Amen. Just like Dottie. She said, quote, I said, you know what? I've done everything else. Why not? I'm going to marry myself, she told Today.com.
Why not?
Why not? Is she drunk? All right.
Why not?
Hopefully. Live your life, Dottie Fidelli.
Shall we talk to Today.com? All right. Fidelity asked Rob Geiger, the property manager of a retirement home, to perform,
Perfect name.
to perform the ceremony. What's the Geiger count on that?
How many ceremonies do we think? Well, let's be honest. At an old folks' home,
Yeah, that's true.
it could be often.
Oh, I think it's often.
Might be the
could
third one
be-
that day.
I wonder if he does divorces.
He does. And then he
He's a little
does. And
twofer.
then he match makes.
For
and
what
gets
those places charge, and I would know for my parents, they really should throw that in.
They should throw in a
That's
wedding.
an amenity.
Weddings, bar
That's an
mitzvahs,
amenity.
divorces. Thank you.
Meals, and you get 2 weddings.
Yes.
You get 2.
Just two. That's
Just a
reasonable.
package.
Use them when you want. One of them could
When
be to
you want.
yourself.
Or you could use none.
No, I know.
But you should at least get 2.
And you could bank them and share them with a friend. You
Yes.
They're like rollover marriage.
You can roll over a marriage to your spouse.
All right. So now, Dave Fidelity's
Rick
got-
Geiger.
Here we go. Rick Geiger. Rob Geiger. All right.
Rob.
I came in here and I told Rob, I said, Rob, this. I love that they leave all this in the article.
Yeah.
I came
That's
in
her
and I
quote?
told Rob, I said.
That's
I
her
said,
quote?
Rob- Yeah. I told Rob.
That's her quote?
Yes.
I told Rob. I said,
I
Rob.
By
said-
the way, none of us can get booked on the Today Show.
No.
Dottie has it hooked up. They're
Today.com.
eating out of the palm
Well,
of her hand.
she was talking to Matt Lauer. All right.
Oh, God,
okay.
somebody has to.
He pressed
finger on the button.
Yeah.
Finger on the button.
Okay. I said, Rob, you're going to marry me, Fidelity
She has a
recalled.
drink in her hand.
And he
Guaranteed.
said,
So this is the joke. She said,
Rob, you're
going to
marry me. And he said, you're what? As soon as Fidelity explained what she wanted to do, Geiger jumped at the chance to honor a woman who has always brought so much joy to other people. She's an incredible woman.
I love this
She
woman.
is full of life, he told Today.com. She has always thought of others. Fidelity's daughter, Donna Pennington.
Wait a
Hold
minute.
on. So she does. I don't want to use the word baggage.
Yes.
But at first, it sounds like Rob was maybe open to the party thousand proposal.
Exactly.
Do we know if there's a Mrs. Rob?
No,
we don't.
Exactly.
That's right.
Due diligence
Rob
today.com.
Geiger, come on. Do your research.
What's her daughter's name?
Donna Pennington.
Donna Pennington.
Donna Pennington.
Didn't we have a Pennington coat?
No, the Pendleton. Oh, sorry.
Wait, is Pennington the middle name or her married last name?
Married last name.
All right, all right.
Donna Pennington.
And her character on Law and Order.
Dun dun.
Chin 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 chin. Whatever happened to Donna Pennington?
I don't know.
She died in the back of a.
I was just
office.
working I just got out of my shift and I saw 2 feet sticking out of the
But
trash.
the guy who found her dead body cannot stop whatever task he's in the middle of, no matter what. Opening boxes, typing something, he's not stopping.
Putting mail away.
Not even
Listen,
for
I got-
Benson and Stabler.
Hey, detective, I don't got time for this.
Yeah.
I got to put these letters in the
All right,
boxes.
Fidelity. Here we go. Fidelity's daughter. She goes, "Oh, mom, yeah, let's go do it. I'll go get your dress. I'll get you everything." Fidelity said. That's
Jack
what
her up.
Pennington said.
Pennington.
Her daughter did all the cooking and decorated the community room of the retirement home with a balloon arch and other special touches.
I love
Great.
it.
There was a
Arch.
2-tiered white cake decorated with red roses,
With
as
just
well
one-
as a heart-shaped cookies and finger sandwiches in the shape of wedding bells.
I'm so pissed that I missed this wedding.
I wanted to be at this
sounds
event.
We should have all
like
been
Are we
a
imagining a marble
banger.
cake? Marble cake? That's what I.
Oh, I love marble
I
cake.
love a
That's
good
my-
marble.
that's my-
When I marry myself, I'm totally getting marble
You
cake.
can get whatever you want.
Because
Yeah,
it's
whatever
the-
I want.
You know why?
My day. It's my day.
Because the marble cake represents the yin and yang of life.
Thank
right?
you.
I'm sorry.
It really
and
is.
being enough.
And being
Enough
enough.
chocolate, enough vanilla. It's enough.
By the way,
enough.
it's got everything inside of it, just like you have
Just
everything
like
inside
Dottie.
of you.
Just like Dottie.
Inside of her. She looked lovely on the big day in a white dress. virgin.
A lot of nerve.
And sheer long
That's
sleeves.
chutzpah. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but balls to spare.
We know who you are.
Okay.
Floral detailing, as well as a silver belt and a veil with an embellished headband.
I love it.
I was nervous, but then I was really happy, she said, describing her feelings.
I love
on
that she
the
was
day.
nervous. You
Nervous
can still
to
get
who?
nervous.
I don't know.
Who's she going to
Her spouse.
What if she says no?
Are they having their
what if
final?
she says no?
What about, they
I
say
don't.
you have the worst fight before your wedding. Do you think she fought herself?
Internal struggle.
Yes.
That's right.
A marble cake inside of
I
her.
hope she didn't take it out on Pennington.
I hope so.
She's just there to help.
That's her daughter.
Pennington's just there to build the balloon arch.
Donna
An
P.
arch. I just want to take a minute with the arch alone.
that is craftsmanship.
That is Hobby Lobby. Politics aside.
Straight up,
Aside.
that is.
Aside.
Aside.
You can't order a balloon arch from Michael's.
No,
you got to
you
put
have
that
to
thing
make
together.
it
You gotta
and
make
assemble it
together.
yourself. Just ask Donna.
Party City will not. When
put that
Fidelli
down.
first had the idea of marrying herself, she thought she might be just one of the things that I normally do to uplift people in her retirement home. I do some crazy things around here to make
Like
people
get drunk.
to make people laugh. Yeah. She said, when I see them all down in the dumps, I get one of my outfits on and dress up and come down and they smile. I love it.
Do you think she's a furry? And I don't judge
why
like you
not?
guys do. I don't judge.
No,
like us.
listen. If
I
you want to
think-
get ready and do it furry style, then we're okay.
I mean, they're harmless
They're-
ultimately.
they're just happy.
I don't understand, but they're harmless.
I think Kathy called this woman perfect. When we first broke it down and you said she walks into her room and says, Donna Fidelli's here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is
She's got one of
You
her
are- you
outfits on.
nailed
Start the party.
And she's
Yeah,
got one of her
yes.
outfits.
And I guarantee you, she has a cowgirl outfit.
Yes.
She has a naughty nurse.
yeah, well, come on.
I hope so.
Well, now at this age, it's
Do you want to see her? You want to see her?
Yes.
I do want to
I'll
see
show
Donna
you.
Fidelli.
Talk about burying the lead.
Wait, zoom, pinch out on
Hold
this.
on.
Punch out on this.
Is that a little person?
She looks
No,
like the
she's-
no. She looks like the woman.
Look at
from,
this
she looks like the
spunk.
woman from Poltergeist.
She
You know what I
for
mean?
real looks like the woman from Poltergeist.
No,
Like,
she also looks like the woman in
Carol
that
Ann,
Nicole
Carol Ann.
Kidman
Yes.
movie, The Others, where she goes, "I am your daughter."
she
like
could
that.
be another.
Yes, another.
Are you ready for what year did she get married? Her first marriage. Once. She got married once.
64.
Dan says 64.
Wait, how old is she?
We don't know.
77, I think.
Oh yeah, she's,
77.
Okay.
not 64.
Hey, you guys, this could go way back. I mean, she could have gotten married in like 1950.
Okay, so let's just pick a year. You guys
I think
get to
she
guess.
got married in 65.
Okay, that's a range. 50.
50.
She was born in like 45.
So you're saying
Oh, wait a minute.
she's not
Can't be
5.
Can I
Listen.
redo?
Yeah,
redo.
go pick a
What do
And
you
I
want?
know the show's called Dumb People, but I'm going to have to go with.
I
and
might
her-
stick with 64.
I'm going to stick with 63 just to be a
Okay.
I'll go
contrarian.
67.
64.
67, final
3,
answer.
67, 65. One of you is exactly right.
Oh, so
Now
you
get to
play.
pick who's right. You could stay with yours. You could go to someone else.
If you like someone else's, you can jump to
I'm
someone
going
else.
with Randy. It's not me.
I think
you
it's- I
came
think
in hot.
65.
You came in hot after I changed.
I'm going to go 65.
All of you are right.
Yeah!
65. You've
Smart
made
people.
wise choices.
Rename the podcast.
Smart people town. But she never had a formal wedding. She said that she and her ex
Dottie.
exchanged vows at the justice of the peace right after the ceremony. He went to
her
work and
parents
I
didn't
went
like
home.
her.
He
Does
went
it
to
say
work.
what he did for a living?
That's a Dolly
She said,
Parton
I
song.
wore a black dress. I was doomed before it got started.
Oh,
She wore a black dress.
Dottie.
He went to work and she went home.
Dan, I was like, you're like, is this, hang on a second, is this a Dolly Parton song? And
Yeah.
then she's like, no, I wore a black dress. And I'm like, no, it's a Loretta Lynn song.
Yes.
It just went from
Yes.
a Dolly Parton song to a
Yes.
Loretta Lynn song.
Yes.
I told my daughter, this is the best thing I've ever had.
I love it.
Outside of having you kids, this is what I always wanted, and I'm happy you gave it to me.
It's just like when mom had an adult bat mitzvah.
Yes,
But
this
I
is
want
an
to
adult
say
bar
the
mitzvah.
outside of you kids was a little bit of an afterthought. Like she should have outside of you kids. This is the best thing.
Right.
Should have led
Boy,
with outside of you
I'm going to
kids.
use the word bridezilla. Sorry.
She's really. And I'm going to use the word groomzilla. She's
Yes.
both. She's both.
Is there a Groomzilla show? You would know.
No, but there should
There's
be.
Kathy.
Part of Bridezillas, sometimes if the
Don't
guy was
spin
better,
off.
they would focus on how he was the groomzilla, but there should absolutely
Kathy, can
at
we
least
please?
a gay version.
Wait, can
At
we all
least.
host a show called Groomzilla?
Yes.
I want it. I want
and
it.
can we get Patty Stanger involved?
Yes.
Do you know Patty Stanger?
Well enough to call her.
Oh my God, Patty Stanger. I mean, are you friends with her?
I've met her at like Bravo events over the years.
All right, fine. So here's what I think of Patty Stanger.
Go ahead.
Do you know who she is? Just for people who don't
Patty
know.
Stanger
Dan,
is
do you
the
know who she
millionaire
is?
matchmaker.
The millionaire matchmaker
And
from
she-
Bravo
she
and now
will-
Lifetime.
Right. And she will sit in a room as she's doing a casting session for women to be with the match or
Right.
men.
I'm trying to
but
find the
women.
match for this guy.
And she'll say to a woman, you got a horse face and you're ugly. and then go down the line. You're too fat. You're too ugly. You're too dumb.
You're too short. You're too
short. And then one of them will be like, aren't you not married yourself? Like, or just throw one thing out there. And she, like, after carving up the home, someone will be like, wait, but do you have the authority to say that? Not even a hard rip back to her. And she will start tearing up.
Lose it.
And she'll be, I have been. And I'm like, you can't rip on people if you can't take one.
I know that when the show was on, she was in the middle of like an 8-year engagement.
She was in an 8-year.
Which, by the way, that could be a show.
8-year engagement.
8-year fiance.
8-year
Yes.
However, 90 days. I don't know how you do the addition because I'm on the dumb people
by the way,
show,
what
990 day God.
What if it took her? What if it took this woman like 8 years to finally get the guts to do it to herself?
Good for Dottie.
Right? She's like,
Good
what
for
am I even doing here?
First of all, why not? It's not like someone was rushing her.
No. She's like, I have all the time in the world.
Nobody gave her an ultimatum.
Nobody said shit or get off the pot.
Right.
I love it. She said for 75 years she could not read.
What?
Geiger said people.
This is a
Wait,
Loretta
this
Lynn
just got
song.
dark.
People made fun of her for
dark.
that and put her down.
No,
Who's making fun of this woman because she
mean
can't
Dottie?
read?
Patty Stanger would.
Yeah, she
Patty
would.
Stanger would say,
can't
you're an
read.
ugly
You can't read.
non-reader.
You're an ugly non-reader. And she's like, are you married? And
You're a
she's like,
chubby illiterate.
When Fidelity decided to teach herself to read, she didn't tell anyone what she was working on, staying up late to the wee hours, said
love her.
Geiger. I think Geiger's in love with her.
I think Geiger.
I think he was hoping
Rob?
she.
I think Mrs. Geiger should be real nervous.
That's right. Thank you.
Real nervous.
Not really. I mean, if
and
Dottie
I'm
married
going with
herself.
you, Daniel, with she might,
Yes.
and this is not an accusation,
No.
she might enjoy the drink.
she.
Because, I mean, staying
a
up
little bit.
very late for like an older gal is maybe
Gotta have
there's
something to
some
keep you
sort
up.
of
I agree.
Yeah. Midnight
augmentation going on there.
Something's got to keep her
Listen to
alive.
her. I'm at the point in my life, we're going to end on this, where it's about me now, she said. My kids are all good. My grandkids, one of them's going to have a baby, and I have a set of triplets that's all graduated from college. So it's my turn to do what I
She's
want
got
to do.
triplets?
You know what I say?
love her.
I say do 3 weddings.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a
Renew
funeral.
those vows.
3 weddings and her own
Thank
funeral.
you.
her own funeral.
Thank you.
There you go.
Can you do your own funeral?
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can do the
You can
instructions
you can
down
do
to
it
the
all.
T.
All of it.
Yes.
Do that down to the T. All right. There you go. There you go.
That's the
Story
first
number 1
story.
down the book.
Woo!
An uplifting
An
opening story
Yes.
with Kathy.
Beautiful
Griffin.
opening story.
Positive.
When we come back from the break, we'll tell you what we have going on and what Kathy has going on, so you can go see her on tour, and where you can go see her and all that great stuff is Dumb People Town with the great Kathy Griffin. We'll be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, gang, we are back at the show, and I hope you had a nice little break. Kathy Griffin is with us. Before we tell you exactly where to go to see her on tour and all that great stuff, we should tell you that I think when this drops, we will be the next date. We're going to be doing some Taggets here, which we really want you to do. I asked you to do this show. You would be fantastic.
Too
You
fam-
come on.
too famous.
No,
Too
you come
famous.
on and do this
Too
set.
famous.
Not
you do a
famous
set
enough.
of material, new stuff, even if you want, and then we write tags for your jokes.
And we pitch you our
them to
tags
on stage afterwards. It is so much fun. Riffy, good time. It's good time.
I get it. Okay.
Dan's done it.
All right,
Dottie's
I'll
done
do
it.
it. I'll do it.
Dottie Fidelli did it. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we should let you know we'll be in Minneapolis at the beginning of April at the Acme Comedy Company, which is
Nice.
amazing. It will be at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin at the end of April, and it will be in Salt Lake City at Wise Guys in Johnson Landing in the middle of May. Supersklars.com for all that's Jordan Landing. And that is, we're very excited about all that stuff, and we'll tell you about other stuff that we are doing, including a 2-man show that we put up that we are rewriting that potentially could, and we're going to put it out in the universe, go to Broadway. So we're very excited about that. So we'll let you know when we're going to hopefully do it in LA for an extended period of time. And
Oh,
then
I hope
maybe
that happens. You guys
it
would
does.
be such a hit. Remember, you can also do a limited run. You don't
That's
have
right.
to.
No, that's what we're doing.
That's
the
what I
point.
did. I did 11 shows in 8 days.
Okay, so that's like what
And
we'd
it
be
was
looking to do.
it was a blast.
I'm sure. Well, I'm very excited to sort of let our fans know that you are out on the road as we speak, and in the future when this thing drops, tell people where they can find you, where you're going, March, April, all that good stuff.
All right, I love it. First of all, the tour is called The Kathy Griffin My Life on the PTSD List.
I love it.
Get it?
Fantastic. Yes.
And this leg of the tour is 40 cities. You can go to kathygriffin.com. Follow me on the TikTok, on the Instagram. And I am
Doing like theaters.
Doing theaters. And remember, I have not been allowed to work for 6 years.
Yeah. Because of your voice.
No, because of the Trump thing.
Oh, yeah.
So the Trump scandal, which everyone knows about, and just being considered, toxic by my own industry. And then finally, something is in the air where honestly, as recently as a couple months ago, I got a call from a manager who said, I think you got a good and bad deal, meaning you got a raw deal. Then I had an agent. 2 weeks later, I had 40 cities, and somehow I might be uncanceled.
So the truth about you is that, and the truth that always exists about you that is separate from that whole incident is that, and we have said this too, we don't really write for people. We wrote for you for the Divas thing, and I just remember sitting in the hotel room with you as we're like writing for this thing that you're performing in front of like 20,000 people.
Divas Live on VH1.
Divas Live on VH1. And it was
down in San Diego.
Camp Pendleton in front of 20,000 military troops.
Yes.
And I was like, we love writing for you because you are so funny and you are so fast. You're one of the fastest, funniest people that we know. And so your talent exists. It never went away. It is always here.
We watched Nicki Minaj make Katy Perry cry.
Remember at rehearsal?
Yes.
And then we stood backstage and we watched from the back, like as the crowd just went way out of all these people, and we watched you do the jokes that we all worked on, and that you made them your own, and you performed with such confidence and fast, and it was great.
Calmness.
And you took it to them, and we were like, this woman is a pro. Like there's like we're just watching a master right now.
It was
that's
like,
what you
And
get.
I want you to know that I actually really struggle with doing someone else's material or even material that I'm helped with. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it's all these years and all these specials, and I don't have an opener on the road.
Right.
And I've done 21 specials, and I write every word myself. And I admit, like, I wish I was better at collaborating, but you guys were a dream.
It was so fun because we knew exactly
and
how
we laughed our
so
asses
fucking
off.
so hard.
Yeah, you're right. The backstage drama.
Oh my God. Insane, Dan. You would have been like, I can't believe I'm witnessing
Like
this.
the
Yeah.
situation guy was back there. Mike,
Right.
he was fucking
Remember, because Jersey Shore was so huge.
We met Ann and Nancy Wilson back
Yes,
there. The Wilson
Hart.
sisters.
Oh my God, Hart was there. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
It was such a joy, but it all makes me happy. Again, the tour is My Life on the PTSD list.
It's
And
40 cities, so it's going to come to a
It's
city
going
near
to come
you.
to a city near
Yes,
you.
I'm coming to your town. I'm going to the real America, as they say.
Please.
So it's fun
great.
and, again, so quick, but great stories. You're such a good storyteller.
And ever changing. So I love to change up the material. I love to do specific material to the city I'm in.
I saw a
love that
clip
too.
of you doing,
Yeah.
like, reading a news story about
Like
a town in
Hartford or
Rhode
something?
Island
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, yeah.
It was so funny. You just read the first line of the article, and the place went crazy.
Nobody
which
is
is
safe.
basically like
Nobody is
this.
safe.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's
Right.
Again.
I love
So
it.
check it out, KathyGriffin.com. You can see all that stuff. And then Daniel, coming up soon, we'll let people know
Yeah.
what you have going on. Shall I jump into it?
Let's do a second
Yes,
story.
thank you.
Okay, story number 2 sent in by Jake Roney. He sends in a lot at Jake
you,
Roney.
Jake.
Thank you,
buddy.
Jake. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Moment Customs sees 16 live lizards hidden inside a ferry passenger's bra. Why, Kathy? Would
Wait,
you
okay.
need
I've heard of stuff
Wait,
in your
Bra,
What
bra.
is-
small lizards.
A what passenger?
a ferry passenger?
So
Someone
it's
on a
a
boat.
ferry.
Someone on a boat.
Not an airplane.
No.
And how many lizards?
16
In the bra.
in the bra.
That's what I'm saying. Big boobs or small
Well,
lizards?
I don't know. Might be a
I
little
think-
bit of both.
I say medium boobs so the lizards could fit,
Right.
but they had to be small.
Big
lizards.
bra.
Big ass bra.
The tails alone
Yes.
could go rogue.
Right, and does somebody is that something someone really loves? I don't
Is
want
it
to get
their
into
support-
fetish.
Support lizards, maybe?
These are
Because if you have the right
Emotional
letter,
support, yeah.
it could be your emotional support lizard.
lizards.
Very
Okay.
true.
This is the moment customs agents in China sees 16 live lizards hidden inside a female passenger's bra.
Ugh.
The unnamed woman had been attempting to traffic the reptiles into Hong Kong.
Oh, trafficking.
Come on.
I thought she was just a lizard
She
lover
just
and like a
needed
it.
PETA person,
Right.
maybe.
No.
No,
This
this
is
is all
all
for
for
gain.
Anti-PETA.
POS.
This is
Is she sex trafficking?
No, I hope she's
Okay,
not
all right.
sex trafficking.
We don't know that.
We don't
She
know,
was left.
though. We
She
don't know.
was left red-faced after being caught on the Chinese mainland
What
side
a
of the
cute
border.
way to put. Like,
I know,
you got caught.
red-faced.
Oh, I'm red-faced.
I'm red-faced.
Well, it
Look
is
who's
Red
under
China.
arrest.
I
Arrested.
know.
Party of one.
Is this from the Chinese media? That's all I know.
I don't know.
Okay,
Probably.
well, okay.
Because footage shows her shuffling through the customs area
at Fujian Port wearing incredibly baggy clothes. That's number one.
You have to do that. You got to give it to her.
Yeah.
She's not wearing a bodysuit.
She's not. I mean,
not wearing Skims.
You can't smuggle 16 lizards into Hong
You've
Kong wearing a latex suit.
No,
you can't be like the new what's Dakota Johnson spider?
Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Can't be Madam
Can't be
Web.
wearing a Madam Web outfit.
Can't be Miss Web. Can't be Cousin Web.
Can't be
none of the webs.
Lady Web.
Can't be Demi Lovato's workout video. You can't do any of that stuff.
Dark Web.
This is okay. Again, I already did this. The unnamed woman had been attempting to traffic the reptiles into Hong Kong, but was
bite.
You got that? And officers took her aside. They discovered
bite.
she had how many mesh bags? I almost said it. Placed inside her bra, which contained the number of 6. So they're in bags.
So
she's responsible.
She's
they're in
a
mesh
little.
bags.
I was going to say she's a little responsible.
She's got a plan.
When she's trafficking lizards. Now,
My guess is they're tiny.
Yes, I do too.
and,
really
and
small.
What is the demo for this? Who wants
the lizards on the other side?
They have to be this kind of
I mean, I'm
lizard.
saying small lizards for people to put in their assholes. Is that what we're?
It's
God,
not
I
like
hope
it's
not.
never happened.
It's not like it hasn't.
Right.
I mean, this is China.
I
Because
think it's
my
probably
cousin was
pets,
the
but-
nurse the day that Richard Gere came in, and she swears.
Kathy.
What? My cousin was the
Dan,
nurse.
we talked to someone whose dad was the radiologist at that time.
What more do you need?
He
You
was
guys
like,
playing the game Clue?
"No, all right. Your cousin was the nurse
Sure.
at Cedars."
Yep. Because we all know someone who swears that their relative. By the way,
that's
this is
true.
alleged.
This is like everybody who
as
says that they were
covered in
babysat by the Beastie
satire,
Boys.
the First Amendment of the Constitution.
Agreed.
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere, you can't. Thou shalt not put a gerbil up in the thing. It's like
Thank
you
you.
don't
My
go grade that
college
early for nothing.
roommate's
Right.
brother was working valet
That night.
Dan,
That night.
at
I
Earth
talked-
Cafe, and he saw.
It was
Daniel,
real.
he was sitting up to the side and he wasn't farting. He was
That's
up.
right.
Who else has a blue Durango?
He wiggled. All right, fine. As officers took her aside, they discovered a mesh bag. How many mesh bags did she have in her bra? 16 of these things? Yeah. How many mesh bags? 8.
Oh, you're on two by two, little Noah's
I'm
Ark
going to say
action?
4, 2 on each
What
side.
do you think?
3.
Okay, get your answers in, Towdies. 5 mesh bags. So she
Interesting.
again,
She's
weird to
grouping.
divide
She's
them up.
grouping.
Yeah.
So 3, 3, 3, and 4. I don't like it.
She shows favoritism.
She does.
Sorry, guys, you're getting a 4th.
All right.
Yeah.
He bite.
3, 3, 3, 3, and 4. All right. Our rare sail-finned lizards. Whoa. Video released in the country's Customs Department shows that agents that
They're
the
rare.
lizards out of the bags, placing them inside of large plastic containers while waiting for wildlife experts to take over.
Well, I hope there were air holes. They're used to that mesh.
It's mesh.
And the comfort of a bosom.
Of a bosom.
Yeah.
A bosom.
Right.
A
Nurturing in a
bosom.
way.
A bosom.
nestled.
Yeah, a
woman's bosom. The sailfin lizard, Hydrosaurus amboianensis, or sailfin dragon. It's a little dragon.
Yeah.
So
They're
now
gonna
we're
get
into
big.
Game of
They're
Thrones.
gonna get big. They're
Yeah.
gonna get big.
Now she's
Yeah.
telling people she's the mother of dragons.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I breastfed dragons.
Too many
Yeah.
dragons.
Is a
That
group.
sounds like a Nicki Minaj lyric.
So it is a group of large
Yeah, they're gonna get really big.
iguana-like reptiles named after the sail-like structure in their tails. So their tail looks like a giant sail. Native to Indonesia and the Philippines, they are commonly found living near water and threatened by both habitat loss and exotic pet trade. So she's trying to get them sold, and it's like, you take them to Hong Kong, this is where we're going to make our money here.
Wow, this is like how Gremlins started, right? Someone
Yeah.
went down to like Chinatown and was
got
like,
a
Yep.
"Give me one.
give
of
me a
those."
gizmo,
A
and
weird
then
thing.
The Mogwai.
Yeah.
a mogwai.
Oh,
And
my
some
God.
mesh. Some mesh.
Yeah, quite some mesh. And he stuck it in his boob. All right, sizes vary. This sounds like now
the lizards?
This now sounds like a McDonald's promotion. Sizes vary.
Or a bra.
Yeah, sizes vary.
And I wonder if she personally sews the mesh in the bra or has a team
Of
help her.
people.
Right.
Seamstresses.
This could be an amazing ad for the bra.
Yeah.
Like no underwires. You're like, what?
Not needed.
Enough
Lots
support
of
to have
mesh.
16 illegal
Yeah.
lizards trafficked into Hong Kong.
Divided into 5 groups.
5
could do that-
uneven groups. 5 groups.
Because
No,
nobody's boobs are really even.
no one's boobs
No,
So
are
I
the
even.
left
kind of
one.
get where she thought I can favor one side a little more than the
Stick
other.
one more in this
Do we
side.
know what her physical frame was? Is she 6'2"?
We don't.
Is
We
she?
don't.
I mean, she.
No, but she
if
likes
you're
the
gonna
left
be
one more.
pushing
She
boobs
likes the
that
left one
big.
more.
So these tiny lizards get to be, the male ones get to be approximately how long? How long do they?
Can they grow?
How big can they grow?
6 feet.
6 feet? What do you think? 3 feet. What do you think?
I'm gonna say a foot.
Okay. Get your answers in.
Okay.
3.5 feet long. Jay, you're the
yeah.
closest right there. While females are smaller, so
This.
maybe it is. And it's not known exactly what gender of the reptile were
that
in this day and age, that's not appropriate.
Yeah,
to ask. It's not
them
it's not
identify
your
who they
business.
are. Right.
Let them decide.
Let them tell us.
Kind of like Dottie.
So that happened in the Hong Kong airport last month. Custom agents seized how many seahorses at a U.S. airport
with someone's ass?
Seahorses,
be a lot.
snakes.
Don't they have to be submerged in water?
But maybe that's
Yes.
So from a gentleman. So how many seahorses were seized?
And these were pregnant
70.
male seahorses.
But wait,
70?
we don't know what his body part.
No.
Oh, well, that's not even fair. So you guys are all dudes.
I know.
Your job is to put how many seahorses?
I'm
going to say
guess.
Oh, we
70.
guess.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we get our guesses in. On what body part would you choose?
You gotta go with a
Daniel?
hawk.
You got to go up the anus. I think you got to.
Okay.
That is,
In a boat,
it's not
in
going to
a-
work.
You got to
No,
gear
it's
it. You got to
horrible.
Richard gear it.
No, you
But
can't.
are they in like goldfish bags?
I'm
Yes.
assuming.
So, okay, what if you make it look like you have a really big pot belly?
I bet you this
Yes.
guy
I think
lined a
that's it.
coat.
Inside
Lined a coat
Yeah,
with
Dan,
little
you're right.
bags of water.
Yep.
Tiny bags of water with
Yes.
how many seahorses?
70.
70. What do you think?
100.
Kathy.
Oh, come on. I'm going to say 15.
Okay, get your answers in. 77 seahorses.
Hey!
What?
How did you
But he
know?
also had how many snakes with him too?
What?
Oh,
Snakes?
come on.
How many
None.
snakes?
What is
None.
it?
It's not
How many?
possible.
How many? What do you think?
Seven.
Six.
7.
5 snakes.
Yeah.
Dan.
And snail ointment. I don't know what that is, but that's
That's
got to
a hat.
make your
That's a
That
hat on a
sounds like
hat.
something that
Snail ointment's gotta be good for your skin.
the Jenner girls would
Right, they have
somehow
Kylie Jenner
market.
snail
I'm
ointment.
using snail ointment.
Literally using
Every day
snail
I put
ointment.
snail ointment under my
Like
chin.
literally
Might be great.
Bible,
Wait,
me
what?
too, like literally.
Literally, and it
What?
goes under my chin, and I
Wait,
never
you're using
have a good
snail
snack.
ointment where?
Under my chin.
And the other thing is Chris would be managing
The snail ointment.
and also
Empire.
the snakes and lizards.
Right, she'd be like, "Look, can we please get the snakes? Where are the snakes?
Right.
We're doing a photo
Who's
shoot."
Chris
That's
Jenner
right.
dating right now? Lil Yachty?
She's with Corey, what's his face? She's been with
Feldman?
him for years.
Corey
She's with Corey Feldman, yeah.
What do you think? I've been
saw a
watching so
picture-
much of his music.
Corey Gamble, that's his name. Corey Gamble.
I saw.
Corey Gamble was like Cory Booker's friend, right?
No, I saw a picture of Corey Feldman, and someone tried to convince me it was Yoko Ono.
But let me just say this. I believe he is getting divorced.
Corey Feldman?
But the wife was so hot.
Who? Corey Feldman?
Yes.
He dreamed a little
He
dream?
has gotten big dreams out of those little dreams. Like he has been with hot women as
He
long
really
as I have
has.
known him.
Dude, there are concerts where people go.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, we're hustling to get people out to our shows, and he has people come see his show.
Because he's got
He's
the
a goonie.
Michael Jackson garb.
Yes,
I mean.
he's got
He
the Michael
works a
Jackson
moon-
dance moves.
He works a moonwalk, and he
greatest movie
sings
of all
the
time.
song "Cry Little Sister" from the Lost Boys.
Oh, wow.
I know of what I speak.
Can he sing Stand By Me? He should be
Well, him and
singing
Jerry
He
just
really
did it
should.
together. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
we just recently met Jerry, or saw Jerry.
yeah.
He's
so
great.
the male
He's
passenger.
nice.
The male
He's
passenger.
funny.
Jerry
He's
O'Connell is a
easy,
national
funny and
treasure.
Go along.
He
yes.
is
love
such a
him.
sweetheart.
I
Yes.
love him. I love him.
He was so nice. He was like, I love you guys. My wife and I saw you guys, or he said something like, it's
Very nice.
comedy.
Did he have any lizards or snakes?
No, lizards.
Okay, I'm
this
just asking.
But
I'm
this
just
male
asking.
passenger was passing through the Washington Dulles International Airport from Vietnam when he was subjected to a secondary bag check when suspicions of its contents were raised by custom agents.
Oh, so he had
they're
it in
doing
the
their
bag.
job.
He had it
Wait, they were in the bag?
Yeah,
the
he
bag.
bagged it.
In the bag.
Is that safe once again?
No, this is horrible
You
for
need
animals.
almost a mesh
Horrible
element.
treatment.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what he said. The import of all the items discovered required necessary permits and documentation.
Yes.
You can't just bring seahorses
weird
in.
animals
Wait,
into
but
our
it's
ecosystem.
weird to me that even with the proper documentation, it's allowed.
Right.
No, it shouldn't
just
be.
because you have a document.
But
you
I
should not
imagine
be
if
allowed.
you get the proper documentation, you also have the proper means to.
But remember that
do this.
movie Outbreak where Patrick Dempsey, the sexiest man alive,
Yeah.
had some sort of monkey?
Yes.
And then we all died.
So
Even
here's the
Dustin
thing about
Hoffman couldn't make it
Wait,
better.
but here's the thing about Outbreak. So
Yeah.
this the story I heard is that it was only released in like one theater on the first weekend, and then it was
Okay.
like 10 theaters by the next weekend.
Really?
And then it finally
it
got
just
to be
grew.
three.
Got onto like
Infected the
8,000.
It
entire-
still holds
8,000
up.
screen. Thank
It
you.
still
that
does.
joke still works.
Hold
That
up.
joke still
Yep.
works, Kathy.
I know.
All right, so a second traveler from Vietnam who arrived on August 4th was destined to San Francisco and was found to be carrying 4 prohibited pork products and 50 small boxes of commercial herbal liquid medicine that listed its ingredients as actual snake oil. This guy was a snake oil salesman. He was literally trying to sell it.
Is there any clarity on the pork products?
I don't know. I mean,
what if it was live pigs?
Live pigs.
But what if they started out alive and then
tiny little pigs stuck in mesh bags inside
they
a
could fit in a bra if necessary.
Little Shetland pigs, little baby pigs.
Yep.
What are you stuffing your bra with these days? Tiny pigs.
Yep.
Baby
adorable.
Pigs. So there you go. Pigs. That is story number 2. Daniel,
Story 2.
That is 2.
Okay. And do we know the penalty?
So, I don't know what the penalty is, but you can't bring shit. You just can't. Wasn't there a Simpsons where they brought like frogs into Australia? And it just ruined the whole ecosystem?
Yeah.
And it ruins the whole ecosystem. Like, that's why you can't do that. That's why
it ruins the ecosystem, which we need. I use my ecosystem every day.
Right. Someone introduced you introduce one animal into an ecosystem and it can destroy the entire thing.
Sure.
Yes. Right? Like the Kardashians. All right, that is story number 2. When Dan, can you give us a little taste of what we're going to do? The Mason Disick line.
Somebody's mad at Candy.
Okay, someone's mad at Candy on the other side of the break. Kathy Griffin, you got to go see her on tour. My Life on the PTSD Tour. You're going to check that out. KathyGriffin.com for all of her dates. Dan, we'll find out what you're doing right after the break.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies. I've been trying to save money for a while. I'd like to do that. But it seemed like my bank account was stuck. Thankfully, I heard about Rocket Money, and I gave it a try. It turns out I had a bunch of subscriptions I was paying for that I had forgotten about.
We all do.
I know, it happens. Rocket Money helped me cancel some of them. I don't want to say it, but it's a website everybody uses, and I was like, why did I subscribe to this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Rocket Money helped me out. They helped me get rid of so many of those, including the one I totally forgot about. And now I'm finally starting to see my account balance go up.
It's such a brilliant concept. For those who don't know, Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, we have full control over our subscriptions and a clear view of the expenses. I can see all my subscriptions in one place. And if I see some that I don't want, guess what? Rocket Money can exit out and just get rid of it. I love how the dashboard, very easy to use. I like a good dashboard, Dan.
Yeah.
You know I do. And it's amazing. Rocket Money has over 5 million users, and they've saved over $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the
So count me as one of those people. I signed up for a golf app that was a golf instructional app. I used it for a while. It was great.
You forgot about it.
Well, not only I forgot about it, then I remembered it. Then I tried to unsubscribe from it, and it was all these emails that weren't getting answered. It was taking me so much time.
That's a great point, because they make it so easy. It's like a couple clicks, and they're like, oh, that's done.
That's done. Now it's done. Now it's not part of my life anymore. The actual release of the money is half of it. It's the stress of having to deal with it in the hours.
It's actually more satisfying than the release on your golf shot. Dan, tell them what to do.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/DPT. That's rocketmoney.com/DPT. rocketmoney.com/DPT.
All right, I love that our show is sponsored by BetterHelp, and I love what they're talking about right now, because they're talking about mental health in a very cool and interesting way, very actionable way, and it's something we should all think about. You're like, if I had more time, what would I do? Like, if I had more time, how would I spend that time? There are things that I love. Would I go out and see more music? Would I go be outside more and do more outdoor activities? Would I hang out with my friends more? It's just figuring out what are those things that are important. Therapy helps you get to that place.
Yes.
Figure out what's important
things out,
to you.
put them in compartments, understand how to deal with your daily life. And in fact, like, be happy. It's not about just having a place where you go and say, oh, these are all the things that make me sad. It can also be that, and it's very beneficial, but it also can help you prioritize, these are all the things that make me happy.
And to have someone hear what you're saying, these are the things that make me happy.
Who has been listening to you week after week, understanding what your life is about.
And help you put a plan in place to go and achieve those things. That's why BetterHelp is so important. If you're a person who said, I need to figure this out, I really think you should check out BetterHelp.
Yeah, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire, you get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists, which is what I love. Find the person who's right for you, right? You can do that at any time for no additional charge.
So learn to make time for yourself and learn to figure out what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/DPT today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/DPT.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey
gang. Welcome back to the show. Kathy Griffin, our good friend, our friend for many years. We've been friends for 20 plus years.
For sure.
Ever since we met, we fell in love and we were friends. So I love that you're here and I love that you're riffing with us.
We used to go to your Christmas parties and they were like epic and like I remember just sitting in a Christmas party with Patton Oswalt and Jeff Garland and just a bunch of people early. This is 90s, like 90s. Mid to late 90s.
And you never know if Brooke Shields is going to walk in.
Marilyn Manson was going to come next door.
Yes, with Andy Dick.
I know. Andy Dick.
Marilyn Manson with Andy Dick.
I once got the two of them mixed up.
Well, I believe Andy Dick is now in jail in Lake Elsinore.
Yes. In Lake Elsinore?
I just had to say that because of the Lake Elsinore component.
Yes. For sure. That component is the craziest.
That is the craziest.
I will just say this, that those were very, very big parties with lots of people. But what I loved is that we still spent like lots of time with you at that party.
Well, also, remember we used to have the after party.
Oh, yes. The after party.
Where we would dish the party.
Oh, that's right. The dish.
If you were smart, you stayed.
Stuck around because you wanted to. You're going to miss out.
You might be on the list.
Speaking of dishing, let's dish about what Dan has going on. By the way, Dan was the lead in a movie that came out that is really funny that Kathy, you should watch.
It's called Wine Club. It's a great feature film. You can watch it. Head over to Prime or Apple. Thank you.
So funny.
I love it.
Good.
I think you guys will love it.
It's a great movie.
You will.
And
check it out.
Here's the thing. You will love Dan in it. He's amazing in it. Like, he's great on this show, but he shows some acting chops, which
he's
I love
okay
too.
on the show.
He's working on it.
But he's excellent in the film.
Thank you. It's a fair trade, actually.
That's right.
So go check that out. And then my special drops on April 17th, Rose Gold. Thank you to everybody who came out to all those shows. Thank you to people who came out in Iowa. We sold out both of those shows in Cedar Rapids and Des Moines.
Yay.
That was awesome. And then on the 9th, I'll be running my hour in LA at the Elysian Theater right before the special drops, a little kickoff party ahead of the special.
It's a great little theater.
Yeah, April 9th. Everything's at danielvankirk.com. Other dates and announcements in May. I'm in Green Lake, Wisconsin. I'm headlining a festival this summer. Everything's at danielvankirk.com.
Love it.
Check. All right, Daniel.
Ready?
Bring us home. Yep.
Send in by Nene at Bethany Nene.
Oh,
maybe a new townie.
New
maybe
person
Housewives fans.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
Well, sometimes I whip.
Housewives.
Sometimes I whip, and then I nay.
It's actually Bethany.
Bethany.
Beth N-Y-N-A-Y.
Okay.
Bethany Nene.
Bethany Nene.
Oh, got it.
Florida woman.
Oh,
The
boy.
headline.
We already know it.
I just got here, fellas.
We already know that this is going to be.
I thought we had a rule.
Florida woman sues Hershey because she says their Reese's candies don't have carved designs.
Carved?
Like
she's
Godiva?
Yeah.
So
what does she want?
I'll show you out the gate.
She
says, here's what's on the wrapper, but here's what they give you.
So the picture of the wrapper shows a pumpkin.
Yes, with a little face.
But you have to give it up.
I agree.
Because the chocolate is pumpkin shaped. It just isn't
with
a
the
carved
texture.
pumpkin.
Yeah, she doesn't have
but it
the
has the
jack-o'-lantern.
actual texture lines of a pumpkin.
They are inviting you
She's
to
too
cut
needy.
it.
She says,
Or needy.
and pardon me here. She says,
wait.
fuck you, Hershey.
No.
Wow.
Pardon me. She says, F you, Hershey.
Hang on a second. We need to go back. And you said she's too
She
needy.
says nay-nay.
Too needy. Excuse me. Needy.
Nay-nay.
I still got it, kids. Now wait, did she include the fuck you, or is she saying after the fact?
After the fact.
Okay,
Yeah,
but did she say, "Dear Hershey,
I ate
fuck
it.
you"?
Fuck you.
Florida woman is upset about the lack of designs on Reese's holiday-themed peanut butter candy.
That is a...
And now she's taken parent company Hershey to court over it.
Yeah.
Cynthia Kelly. That sounds like a fire.
Is she gonna like report and try and go after emotional damages?
Who's paying her legal fees? Because it's on her. When you are the suer, no insurance.
Brock's candies, because they're going after them.
It's like Macy's and Gimbel's.
That's right. It's a plant. They're going.
It's a horrible life.
Right. Brock's is going after them.
Cynthia Kelly filed a federal class action lawsuit Thursday in the U.S. District Court in the Middle District of Florida, alleging several Reese's products don't match their photos as depicted on their wrappers.
So class action means there are other plaintiffs who have joined her.
Welcome.
Sending out those postcards. Have you been upset? Was your Halloween ruined?
You thought it was going to be.
Right.
Are you disappointed when you unwrap candies?
Right. Are you a big fan of Will Arnett but feel he's also partly to blame for this debauchery?
Throw it in.
You could be entitled to damages. Right. Like,
for example, Reese's peanut butter pumpkins are merely pumpkin-shaped hunks of peanut butter stuffed stuffed chocolate, and the
sounds so
actual
good.
product has no jack-o'-lantern style carvings as the wrapper depicts.
When is
Cynthia
enough
Kelly alleges.
enough for
People
Cynthia?
Cynthia Kelly is really upset. And so now I bet Reese's has to put on the packaging.
Does not appear
contents
as
inside.
shown.
This may not appear like this. Shown.
Yes.
Well, first of all, Reese's will have to deal with this in court, and I know of what I speak because I've been sued by 5 MAGA people since the Trump photo.
No way.
Yeah.
And even though each case takes 3 years to cycle through and they all get dismissed, far from me to take the side of a corporation over Cindy.
Right.
But I have to this time because the legal department at Hershey's
is going to have to
has
deal with it.
be,
Yep. They're
and
like,
this
we now
has
need to
be
do
a
this.
one of a kind.
I mean,
It
look,
has
we
to
can
be.
all agree there is a quite distinct difference between how it looks on the package and what you get.
It looks cute on the package.
Yes, but I mean,
But you'd also get less candy if it was
I
actually
agree.
carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
Less chocolate.
Because
Less
you
chocolate.
get seepage. You'd get
Also,
get
no, the one on
seepage.
the thing looks like it's depressed, and this
Yeah.
is like a bulbous.
I
I
agree.
think Cindy's getting more chocolate than she counted on.
And that is what the lawyers say. This is a woman who can
That's
look
right.
at a chocolate pumpkin and not see the
Now,
benefits.
do you think Cindy is representing herself pro se, or do you think she has counsel?
It's like, I'm going to represent
The suit
myself.
says-
You know who it is? Marsha
The
Clark.
suit says that Cynthia.
That would be epic.
Marsha Clark
It'll be on
made
FX.
a comeback.
The suit says that Cynthia Kelly bought a bag of peanut butter pumpkins at Aldi. How much? Bag of peanut butter pumpkins. None of us should know.
$3.99.
Wait, just a wild guess.
$6.99.
$2,000.
$4,622. No, I'm joking. $4.49.
I was close. I
I'm
said
losing
$3.99.
every one of
I
these.
know.
At an
That's
Aldi
all right.
in Hillsborough County, Florida, in late October 23.
Okay.
Kelly believed that the product contained a cute-looking carving of a pumpkin's mouth.
That's why she
and
bought it.
eyes
Right.
as pictured in the product packaging.
I just want my candy to stare back at me.
Guys,
and make a little
Has
face.
she
wrong with
never
that?
bought candy before
She's
in
not
her
done.
life?
Like she doesn't
Cynthia's
get it.
not done.
She's like, I got
it's
more
not
to-
just Halloween.
Okay.
So
She
this
says
now,
the same is
okay,
true.
stop, Dan. This is a person who does not get listened to in her life.
Ever.
And she's like, I need to file this
Well,
question.
She's going holiday by holiday.
Yeah,
Wait till you
You're
see.
going to hear me now. Yeah,
Wait till you see where she goes
Wait
next.
till you
Oh,
hear
boy.
my Easter
She
Cadbury egg.
says the
rip.
same is true for the goddamn peanut butter footballs and bats, as well as the white chocolate ghosts.
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
is
hold on. Stop, please. I'm sorry. Call me old-fashioned. I did not know these items even
Me
existed.
either.
Wait, they're bats? Like a baseball bat?
Yeah, I
What's
think-
Yes.
the holiday?
Halloween.
For bats?
Wait, I
No,
don't get-
bats. It's bats as in bat.
Oh, I thought it was like a baseball
No,
bat.
but
like
you guys
a
ready to
football.
see? Okay, here's what she is pissed
About the
This
football.
is the football.
It looks like an egg.
Looks like an
I
egg.
still
she's
don't
right.
get a Halloween football. I'm not
I don't
gonna
No,
lie.
understand
that is what they put out during around the Super Bowl.
Okay, there you go.
Or maybe just
Wait,
fall
you guys aren't
season.
gonna accidentally say anything bad about Taylor Swift, right?
No.
I am
love
out of
Taylor
here.
Swift.
And also, I fear, and you should too. You should have a healthy fear of those Swifties. Healthy
My
fear.
kids are Swifties.
hard-
You mean
it's
my
hard
own
when I have
family?
Thank you. You should
My
fear
own
them.
family.
You
Self-friendship
have to
brace.
fear
Call
your
us
own
coming from
because
inside
if
the
God
house.
forbid,
Look.
if you say something or even the perception of something negative about
We
our
got-
queen,
that's how
the
cults work.
Swifties
This is
will
how
take
cults work.
care
Not
of
here.
you in short order.
That's how
Not
cults
here.
work. No,
Did you guys see the? Did you guys happen to see the viral video? I saw it on TikTok. It was a guy and his dad last year watching the Super Bowl victory for the Chiefs, and it was the two of them in the room hugging, screaming, crying. And then it showed this year, and it was the guy and the dad and all the daughters and everybody else, and they were all wearing
see?
jerseys, and they were all screaming,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Tell me that this
isn't
hasn't
better."
made it better."
Right. My
Tell
kids
me
are
that
here.
this
the
hasn't made it
NFL
better.
has to be plotzing with
They
joy.
are.
Oh,
That's
and
why
Biden,
people
'cause
think
he
it's a
rigged it.
conspiracy.
They think it's a
theory.
rig.
Oh, that's right. The MAGAs think that
it's
the
rigged.
Yeah.
government
Just people-
is paying
Yeah.
Taylor Swift to do a covert operation. I'm not sure where this goes,
I
but
don't-
all I know is there's a
Don't worry.
conspiracy.
There is nowhere.
Can I just say?
Okay,
Can I just say? Follow the chocolate footballs.
Okay.
And
Yes,
Andreas,
that's good.
Follow
That's
the chocolate
good.
Now,
footballs.
does she want them to have more like stitches
Yes,
in that?
stitching.
Another photo in the suit shows the candy football with no carved lines for football stitching. Looks like eggs. Words on the picture
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's what's going to be on our headstones.
Looks
Cynthia.
like
Those
eggs.
are
Looks like
fighting
eggs.
words.
Those are-
Plaintiff and members
Looks
of the
like
class
eggs.
have been aggrieved by defendants' unfair and deceptive practices, the suit reads. They purchased the products with a reasonable expectation that the products would look similar to the pictures displayed on the product's packaging.
That's why you buy candy, for the look.
Yeah.
You do not buy it for how it tastes.
Well, tell the other plaintiffs because apparently there could be hundreds.
Florida story,
It's class
right?
action.
Florida
Yep.
story, but what other city or state loves a good fight? Enter CBS News Philadelphia. Read there, like you want to go?
Wait,
Let's
I'm sorry.
go.
Did someone say we're fighting Reese's? Let's go.
We're crossing state lines. This is not a federal case.
Federal.
Crossing
Federal
state
case.
lines.
CBS News Philadelphia reached
Philly.
out to the Hershey Company for comment. Hey, you want to talk about these people? Like they're just wedging themselves in.
By the way, do you know that's when that's what our grandma used to say to us, like whenever we would like complain about something?
What?
It's like, you want to make a federal case about it?
Yep.
Do you make it a federal case
Yes.
about
Quite
it?
literally.
This is a
Trying to
federal
make
There's
a federal
paperwork.
case.
There's
we'll
documentation.
get out of here on this.
Yes.
Okay.
How much is Cynthia
Asking.
requesting
Seeking in damages.
damages in this civil
So you
for a
bid it?
class action lawsuit?
$4.99 for a
For a
bag.
bag.
of these.
That's not the point.
No.
It's a punitive issue.
Yeah.
It's how you thought your
The
Halloween would
number's
go
going to be high
and
because
what they
everybody
did.
knows this brand.
Class action
I'm going to go.
Deep
you ready?
pockets.
Yeah.
I'm going 25 million.
Okay.
They have deep, unrepresentative pockets. Right. You know, I want to see stitching on those pockets.
I want to see pocket chocolates.
They just look like
What are
two
you going
Kit
with?
Kats to me, not legs. I'm gonna go. Did you say 25
I
million?
said
I'm gonna
$25
say
million.
$250,000.
Okay.
I don't know why. $4 million.
Okay. One of you
Oh my God.
is off by 1 unit.
Okay.
So what would you like to go? Do you want to go 350 or 150? Do you want to go 3 million or 5 million?
Okay.
Do you want to go 24
4 million or
26
26 million? I'm gonna say 5 million.
Whoa.
5 million. I'm gonna say $350,000.
I'm going to have to say, because it would make 24 and 26 would make sense. So what's yours?
5 million.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 5.
Okay.
All right.
She is seeking $5 million. That's the show,
That is
friends.
a
By the way,
show.
what are we applauding? This is wrong.
Us.
It's
Applauding us.
wrong.
Our ability
It's wrong
to
that
assess
Halloween
It's
crazy.
an abuse of the system.
I
Thank you.
agree. It's an abuse of chocolate footballs, and we're not going
Do
to
you
have
think
it.
she's going to want like a chocolate representation of like the judge
Or a
and
giant
the
chocolate
bench?
novelty check with all the details.
Right.
That would be so great. And I would put all the details on it. I'd be like, this is from Reese's to
Right.
you. Like, that would be a
Fill it
mock.
with
Meanwhile,
money.
A
the
mocking
chocolate
check.
rabbit people are like, it looks a lot like a rabbit.
That
We
looks
got
so much-
eyes, we got feet, we got
Better
toes, we
start
got
working on the
legs.
Now,
details.
do you think she will go after other companies that make chocolates that are themed and are shaped?
If she wins,
If
she'll
that
be
package
Like,
is
would
emboldened.
she
lying.
go after Marshmallow Peeps?
If they're lying on that package, she's going to
Does
go.
this really look like a little bird? I don't
it
think
even
so.
fly?
I mean, it's not peeping. I don't
Not
hear a sound.
peeping. I
Misrepresentation.
don't hear a peep.
I don't hear a peep.
Go see you on tour.
Yes.
My
Everybody.
life on the PTSD list, KathyGriffin.com.
Go see her. Go see her and go see Dan's movie and go see us where we are, superstars.com. We love you. And, oh, shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.